him to help co-found the Palestine Exploration Fund, the chief patron of which was no less a person than Queen Victoria herself. At first, the work of this organization proceeded in a characteristically uncoordinated fashion. At the 1886 annual meeting, however, Wilson announced that some of the wealthy men of England would follow Dr. Schlieman's example and apply his scientific approach to a specific biblical site. The enterprise was entrusted to the charge of a prominent archaeologist then active in Egypt, William Matthew Flinders Petrie. Adopting Schlieman's methods, Flinders Petrie, after 2 false starts, discovered a mound containing the ruins of 11 superimposed cities. During his work in Egypt, Flinders Petrie had evolved another technique for the dating of ancient ruins based on a pattern of gradual development and change in the shape, design and embellishment of household pottery. This enabled him to establish a chronological sequence not just for the artifacts themselves but for the rubble. Surrounding them as well. Although certainly not foolproof, Petrie's approach brought another manifestation of scientific methodology and observation to bear on archaeological research. It became one of the standard procedures employed by his team in Palestine, a team which in 1926 was joined by the young Gerald Lancaster Harding. As we have noted, Harding, eventually head of Jordan's Department of Antiquities, was to play a crucial role in the early excavation and compilation of the Dead Sea Scrolls. While British archaeologists in Egypt and Palestine followed in Schlieman's footsteps, the Germans refined and elaborated his procedures. German archaeology endeavoured to do, in fact, what Flaubert in Salammbô had done in fiction, to recreate down to the most minute detail the entire milieu and society from which specific archaeological artifacts had issued. This, needless to say, was a slow painstaking process requiring much care and inexhaustible patience. It did not just involve the excavation of treasures or of monumental structures, it also involved the excavation and reconstruction of administrative, commercial, and residential buildings. Using this approach, Robert Coldaway, between 1899 and 1913, excavated the ruins of Babylon. From his work, there evolved a coherent and comprehensively detailed picture of what had previously, to all intents and purposes, been a lost civilization. The archaeological advances of the 19th century stemmed in large part from Schlieman's critical scrutiny of Homer's epics. His methodical scientific insistence on disengaging fact from fiction. It was needless to say on a matter of time before Scripture itself was